Welcome to Interstellar Frequency. This is your host, Chris. This is a recording on the fly. Hello! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whatever time of dimension that you're in. This is your host, Chris. Welcome back to Interstellar Frequency for those of you that are listening. It has been a long, epic time for me to do an episode. I have went through the most ups and downs and arounds that you could ever imagine, but then again, everybody's going through that. It's not something that it's just me going through it in my own little world. We all living in this world together are all going through it. And of course, I'm doing a recording on the fly at this very, very moment, and truck driving at this very, very, very moment that you hear this audio. And so I got to apologize the way the sound is as of right now. It may not be, studio quality sound, because now I have to be sitting behind the steering wheel and make some money and get things done. And hey, we all got to make money in this world somehow, some way. So let me give you a little bit of a rundown of what's been going on. As of right now, my lovely Interstellar Frequency.info website is, on the verge of collapse at the moment due to finances, because you pay annually per year. And of course, studio money, stuff like that, is a scarce situation because, again, this is a hobby. And it's always been a hobby for me. And yeah, there are donation websites there on the spot for people to donate if they like it and everything like that. They can donate. And I don't ever ask for it because I feel ashamed that I need to be asking for it. It would be nice, but I'm not going to jump up and down and ask for it. It's there. You'll find it. There's a way to donate. If you want to donate and you like it, much appreciated. All of it would help to keep this stuff going. On the other hand, in my world, what's been going on is I've been trying to launch a trucking company off the ground. So some of you that are aware of what's going on, or you follow on Facebook, or you follow on, the Interstellar website, Facebook page, or wherever it is that you follow me, that you follow somewhere. There's many different avenues to follow me around, I guess. And I have closed myself off to the world tremendously. And I had to. And I apologize for that. Because every now and then, you have to sit back, take care of yourself, and handle your own issues and your own problems, and deal with it however way that you possibly can. And for me, I tend to go introvert, very, very common, and some people get so mad at me for that, and I don't mean to. It's not something I do on purpose, is that all of a sudden I'm no longer available and nobody can get a hold of me and I've disappeared. A lot of reasons why I've disappeared and nobody can get a hold of me is because, one, the bills were not getting paid and therefore I couldn't talk on the phone, or I couldn't reach out because of internet connection, and survival. Survival. It would be a perfect world that we'd never have to worry about how are we going to make ends meet. How is it that we're going to, turn around and have the stuff given to us, which then again, we're alive, we're a human being on this planet, and if you were to reset the clock back to the olden days of, the 1600s, 1300s, 2000 years ago, yeah, okay, there was always a leader, supposedly, that controlled the masses. But on the other hand, as a vast majority that this planet is, and the reason why I say this vast majority of this planet, because I drive a truck and I go everywhere and I've seen just about everything. And every time I say that I've seen everything, I come to find out that I see other things that I've thought I'd never seen before. And it's like, wow, I've just seen everything. And then come to find out, nope, you didn't. And then you reset. Now, that being said, it would be a nice world if we lived in a situation where we didn't have to worry about finances, didn't have to worry about the dollar and all this and whatever. And depending on where you are in the world per se, like whoever's listening, you could be all the way on the other side of the world. And I imagine some of my listeners that are out there on the other side of the world, I thank you guys so much. I know you're probably like, yeah, I'm talking to you. You were sitting there earlier, so you talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. Damn right I'm talking to you. Wherever you are, whoever you are, out there on the other side of the world, and you liked what I did. And, I made a full years of episoding. Wow, that's a new one. Episoding. What are you doing? I'm episoding. Leave me alone, damn it. I'm episoding. I like it. So those of you that are listening on the other side of the world and you're wondering, what the hell happened to this guy? He was doing all these episodes and he was doing this and doing that. Well, you know what? I live in the States, and do I need to say any more? That sounds bad, but it's true, And the worst of it all, on top of it, I'm in California. So California, California dreaming, long time ago, used to be the dream. California dreaming, not no more. It was only by the mamas and papas. That was it. It was just their dream, not ours. Anyways, look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. California dreaming by the mama and papas. Anyhow, that used to be what it is, and right now I am in California, and I am thankful that I'm in California because it is such coldness all the way across the country. And snow just everywhere, and rain everywhere in California. Is like California dreaming. A little cold here and there. It's not too bad. Every now and then we get snow. Lately we've been getting a lot more snow. Now, I have been at home a lot with my kiddos, and I've been working on this trucking company and building the foundation of connectivity per se, right? I have been networking on business relations, and I have been dealing with running a company situation, like a two-man company, and it's like it's a make it or break it situation when you start a company or when you try to start a company. And a lot of people have told me, man, oh my God, you're stupid for doing it. Yeah, that may be, but I can't. I hate to say I can't, because that's really a worst thing to ever say. It wouldn't say I can't. Put it this way: I do not ever want to. I do not ever want to work for someone else or a corporation or a huge entity and have them dictate to me what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, who I'm going to work for. No. No. I've been driving semis for over 14, 15 years now. I've lost track on how many years I've been doing this. I've been doing this way too long in my eyes. And I was going to hang it up, and I was going to quit doing it. What had happened was an old elementary school friend of mine that I knew way back in 4th grade found out that he had a truck, he had a company, he already had the situation in place, and it was like, wait, what? And he himself is a mechanic, a full-on diesel mechanic. So at which point, lucrative wise, in the trucking industry, it costs a lot of money to run semis. It costs a lot of money to do maintenance on semis. It costs a lot of money to get parts for the semi. So at which point I turned around and I weighed the odds and ends of everything, because I was never going to go back into the truck. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to give this a shot one more time. This is it. This is the hurrah for me. I'm pretty much done in the industry. If this does not work, I'm over. Now that I'm here and I'm doing it, it not working is not an option. That is just non-negotiable. That is non-conceivable. It is non-workable in my shoes. It is 100% all or nothing, and otherwise don't even start it. And this is going to be the largest adventure, I guess you could say, per capita or something, if that sounds right. I don't know. I don't care. It sounds like a groovy word to use right now. Per capita, this is what it is. But it may be wrong. I don't care. I'm using it. Anyways, it is something that I don't have an option to let it fail. My family's depending on it. Another family's depending on it. We're 100% depending on it. And I don't have that option at leisure of going, oh, well, go get a job somewhere else. No. This is it. All in. And so therefore, because I have been dealing with 100% business-oriented stuff, and I have not posted a so-called episode since December 31st of the new year of 2022 going into 2023. I have not put in a new episode out. This is going to be its very, very first episode of the year. This is episode 1 of the new year. And yeah, okay. It is been a long time. It has been a long time waiting, and those of you that have, wondered what the hell happened. Well, yeah, I was dealing with personal deals with my family, and I was dealing with trying to make ends meet. I was dealing with, okay, I have to put my hobby that I do and I enjoy doing on hold. I have to stop what I'm doing and pay attention to my family. I have to pay attention to my home, and I have to pay attention to my bills, and God, I dread them. I don't think there's anybody out there that ever enjoys the bills. And if there are, wow, that would be interesting. Really? Why do you enjoy the bills? It's a satisfaction, I'm telling you. When I pay them and they're paid off and paid, it's a satisfaction. Now, still to this day, I don't understand why is it in our United States system that when you pay a bill or you pay entities or corporations or you pay anything that you have to pay for, right? It automatically gets taken out of your account faster than you could spin your head around and wonder what just happened. It flies out of your account like so fast. On the other hand, when it comes to money being deposited into your account, or it has money being sent to you, unless it is a bill that is being paid to you, per se, it takes forever for it to process. I'm not joking. It takes forever, it seems. The money that you need to survive, you cannot get the money fast enough versus the money being paid out to the corporations for you to survive. And it's really, I've never understood that, never in my life have I ever understood that. Like another thing I don't understand, right? I'm going to go off on a tangent here. Insurance, right? Insurance. So get this, California does this thing where if you don't have insurance at all, liability insurance, even limited liability, just liability insurance for your vehicular car, your vehicle. You don't have liability insurance for your vehicle, right? You cannot go get your tags. You cannot pay the registration. Well, you can pay the registration. You can pay the fees. They'll take the money all day long, every day. No stop. There ain't nobody stopping you going, oh, no, sorry, we can't take the money right now until you do this. No. It doesn't work that way. They'll gladly take the money. Everybody will gladly take the money from you, right? Now, on the insurance side, when you need to pay your registration so you can be current on your taxing and your government fees and to be all on the uppity up and up on having a vehicle, right? You have to get your vehicle smogged. Here in California, EPA situations with how the EPA works, which is just crazy asinine to me, and I'll never understand it, but that's California. And I'm not ragging, okay? I love California. I love the state. I love the air. I love the land. I don't like the politicals. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Neither here nor there on any of that. Now, the rules are if you turn around and you let your insurance lapse because, that is showing financial responsibility. So if you're showing financial responsibility, then you're allowed to drive your vehicle. So let's say you come on, hard times and you're not able to make ends meet and you're barely able to keep the roof over your head, per se, right? And you've got to keep the roof over your head no matter what. Whether or not you have a car, whether or not you have your stuff, and you pay the fees, it doesn't matter. If you don't have the insurance, on the off chance that somebody's going to hit you, that's what it boils down to, right? So on the off chance that somebody's going to hit you, then basically you can't drive your vehicle on the public highways. They suspend your registration. You are suspended, and your vehicle will be towed if saw or seen sitting on a public highway. Doesn't matter where it's at. If a state officer or county person or whatever you want to call it, anybody sees your vehicle, it's sitting there on the side of the street. It's not even in your driveway, but it's on the street where you live, on the street, and it has expired tags. They will come, cite you a ticket to fix it within a certain amount of time. If you do not fix it within a certain amount of time, they will tow and impound your vehicle. So you're not able to get ahead. It's a money-making scheme, basically, right? Now, let's say you go down, you pay your registration, you pay the fees to reinstate your vehicle. In order for you to be reinstated, even though that you pay the fees to reinstate your vehicle, you have to show insurance. You have to have an insurance bond. Now, like I said, I've been a professional truck driver for I don't know how many years, 14, 15 years or so. I'm a professional driver. That's what they call me, a professional driver. It is my sole job, 100% with every fiber of my being, to transport goods from point A to point B. 100%. No different than the rail line of a train, right? I am to transport goods from one end to the other, and never to get an accident, never to get a ticket, never to get a service violation of my operating commercial motor vehicle. If I do, I'm in really, really bad situations. You cannot. Any ticket in a semi-truck, is 3 times the amount. Here in California it is. I don't know about anywhere else across the country. But it is 3 times the amount of what the original Class C driver would be. So let's say, for example, I'm speeding. And I'm speeding down the highway and the speed limit's 55 miles an hour. And I'm caught doing 65, 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. My fine, well, let's say I was a Class C driver, right? My fine would probably be about, let's say, I don't know, $150, $180 or so, possibly. If I was in a semi truck, it's 3 times that amount. So it's about $380 to possibly $580, give or take, depending on how the judge wants to slap the fine on you on that one. Because, they figure you're a commercial truck, you're making all the money in the world, you're making better money than anybody else, so you can afford it. When in reality-wise, there are so many truck drivers out here in this world that are not able to make ends work. A lot of them are not able to make ends meet. They can't even make it from point A to point B. And you can see these drivers out here on the road. You can see different situations when, they're missing fender wells and they're missing stuff, and the vehicle doesn't look really nice and shiny, and it may be because, the company hasn't paid for a wash or something, right? But if they're missing front bumpers and they're missing headlights, they're missing mirrors and stuff like that, the poor guy is trying to make it. He's trying to make it. Him or her, whoever owns the vehicle, they're trying to make ends meet, and they're slapped with so many different fees and so many different stuff that they're not even able to make it, and they're doing everything they could. And it's really quite sad. Really is really sad. And it sucks, but I guess this is the world we live in, As far as I could see, if you were to ask this on a linear scale from the olden times of whenever the, Messiah, the Almighty Magnificent, walked the earth and told us how to do this, and what we were living back then, or whatever you want to call it, right? and you look at today's society and how everything was repressed and how everybody was being controlled because nobody knows how to make a decision for themselves, which that doesn't make sense. Sure they do. They know how to make decisions for themselves. They do it all the time. They make decisions for themselves all the time. Everybody does. And mentally, they may not be verbally doing it, but mentally they're doing it. They're making a decision for themselves. And it's like nothing's changed. 2,000 years ago, or whenever it was that, the big wigs ever walked this planet and said, hey, this is what you need to do, da-da-da-da, or whatever, right? Nothing's ever changed. Everything's been exactly the same. At least that's what it seems like to me. Everything's been exactly the same. I wasn't alive back then. If I did, wow, that would be something. But I wasn't. But from the stories passed down of the knights of old and the days were bold, or whatever you want to call it, it seems that we're still fighting amongst each other, right? Well, at least that's the appearance, or at least that's what the bigger wigs that are running the shows are wanting to portray, that we're still fighting amongst each other. On the other offset chance, when I'm interacting with humankind, human beings, yes, I said humankind, human beings, because you never know, I may not actually be human. I may be a foreign alien or a Borg or whatever the hell I am. I must be something. I know that. I know I'm very much different than others. I know that. Why? Because you're sitting here listening to me ramble on, and I'm different, apparently, and find interesting or something. Anyways, so as I'm finding out, interacting with other human beings, there are more of us humans that are working together to help each other and just get that little bit of a smile, that little bit of laugh, that little bit of hope, just that extra little hope. It's almost as quiet as like a candlelight whisper, that if you brush too hard on it, it would almost just disappear and fade away. Almost. It is so precious, just that little bit of hope that we get from other human beings, and just that little bit of that love and that care and that nurturing that we get when we most need it, and the most times. It is truly something to think about, and yet you're wondering, you look around on how the world is and what everybody's going through, and there's chaotic mess here and chaotic mess there, and it's everywhere, right? It's like this whole world is going through a shift change. It was one way, and now it was a different way, and now it's 100% changed all over again. And yet, at the same time, we get these little bits of hope and love and cares from others. For example, you go walking into a store and there's an older gentleman that is by far an elder of mine, up in his 80s, holding the door open for me, this young man that's kind of on a rush, in a hurry, and he's holding the door for me. It's like, are you kidding me? No. What are you doing holding the door for me? I should be holding the door for you. You have a good day. Thank you very much, kind sir. I'm sorry to make you wait long while I walk up here. Let me run inside real quick. I don't mean for you waiting on me. It's almost embarrassing that there's an elder holding the door for me when I'm trying to get inside the truck stop, and he's by far older and wiser than I am. I don't know about wiser, but I'm just joking. I mean, I don't know. He's an older gentleman than I am in years. He's walked this planet longer than I ever have, and only ever hope to in the future. And he's holding the door for me. It's like, wow, thank you. I thank you so much. It's like I almost do a bow as I walk by. It's like, thank you so much. You know, and I almost feel ashamed that he's holding the door for me. It should be the other way around. I'm holding the door for him. He's my elder. At least that's the way I feel. You know, I feel that, you know, respect the elders. Yeah, I understand that they are stubborn. They are very much stubborn. But hey, you know what? They earn their right to be stubborn. They've walked the planet longer than us young generations, our young kids and stuff. They have the right to be stubborn. And I found out now that I'm older and getting in that middle age of mine, I've discovered I am far more stubborn than I ever was once before. I mean, I was stubborn then, and those of you that may have known me back then, yeah, I was stubborn. Oh my God, you haven't seen me in person now. You saw me in person now, how much more stubborn I am. It'd be like, you've changed. No, I haven't. I'm the same. No, you've changed. No, I haven't. Yeah, you have. No, I'm older and wiser. Thank you very much. And I freaking earned it. Yeah. So, all I'm saying is I've been through a lot lately, and my family's been through a lot lately, and finances for me have not been too kosher, and I apologize that I have not been around to be here and give you this little bit of hope and this little bit of light. But it's here. The hope and little bit of light is here now. And that's why I'm giving you this message, because it is that little bit of hope and that little bit of light. At least I hope it is for you, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever time of dimension you are. Hopefully this helps in some form or way. I'll get more out there and more episodes soon, but I still have a lot to do, a lot to take care of. Thank you all for, being there and listening and coming back and probably checking, going, God, I haven't seen this guy forever. And I may end up exploding on the numbers because I haven't put out an episode for so long, and you guys have been wondering where I've been. But it's there. It's there now. And as time goes, I will do my very, very, very best to get more episodes out here for you. But like I said, I don't know what will happen with finances. I have a lot of things to take care of, a lot more stuff to make ends meet. I'm still trying to get this off the ground. And this load that I'm doing right now is, and my very first load, my very, very, very first load with my own trailer, my own truck. Nobody else. This is mine, or at least the company. I would say the company, mine. Nobody else driving this but me. So, that's the way I look at it. Yeah, it's me. It's mine. Nobody else is gonna drive it. It's me. So it's mine. Leave me alone. This is how it is. Anyhow, so just wanted to give you, the heads up on everything. Let you know what's going on. Let you know what's happening. And just kind of touch base with you guys. And again, there is a donation page if you feel like, oh yeah, I want to donate some money. Well, yeah, it's there on the website, interstellarfrequency.info. It's there. Look me up. You'll find it. I don't know how long it's going to last because I'm not going to be able to pay for the website for a while. And hey, maybe I think God Anchor's free. I could still get some episodes out there. It's going to be a minute, but I'll get something out there. There's going to be more adventures to come across, more stuff to do. So, again, this is your host, Chris, with Interstellar Frequency. Until next time. Have a good one, all. Keep your head up, no matter what you're dealing with. Because no matter how hard it gets, someone is always having it 10 times harder than you are. You are definitely not alone. Again, think about this. This is your world, and we're all here just living in it. This is Interstellar Frequency. End of transmission.
Studio Stargazer.